Good evening! Alright, so tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video of pretty much everything I do to my face when I'm putting myself together. So I normally do my skincare routine at night. That's just how I roll. So what I do before I put any makeup on, you always want to start with primer. Super important because primer kind of just sets your face. So it's gonna fill in any creases or anything on your face, and it's just gonna make your makeup look so much better. And it's also going to make it last longer, and it's gonna make your colors and your shadows show their truest color. So you don't need a whole lot. Now what I'm using is our face primer. We also have eye primer. Now I just ran out of eye primer, so I'm just going to use the face primer for everything. But normally I'll use the eye primer just on my eyes. So you don't need a whole lot of this. So just that little bit, and that's actually probably too much, but whatever. Yeah, so you don't need a whole lot. And yeah, so I just rub this in and then put it all over my face. And like it's very smooth, like it's not oily or anything like that. It's just gonna just sit real nice, and yeah, there. And my face is dry. Like it's not oily or wet or anything. It's just smooth and silky and just soaks right into your skin. So next is foundation. So now if you need to use concealer or whatever, some people have like circles under there, that sort of thing, any blemishes, you can do that before or after, whatever. I don't have a lot of issues with that, so I just use foundation. I do use a concealer, but I don't use it to actually conceal anything, and I'll get to that in a minute. So this is our Touch Liquid Foundation. This stuff is liquid gold. I love this. It's so smooth and just absolutely flawless. And to apply that, I use our liquid foundation brush. It's got this cool little divot in the middle. Some people will put it around. I put it right in the middle. You don't need a whole lot of this, which is awesome. So before I get in there, shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. So this stuff, it's got a little dropper here. So fill up the dropper, and I don't even do the whole thing. It's probably like half the dropper. So I fill that divot like maybe half full. And so that little bit will do my face. My entire face. My nose is itchy for some reason. So I always put some on the apples of my cheeks. And then across here. Then I actually need a mirror. And then you just kind of spread it throughout. Get all your little spots. Blend it all in together. Cover any. The reason I like to start with it on my the apples of my cheeks is because I have a bit of rosacea, which I like to try and cover up. I could use concealer, but I don't feel that I have enough to kind of warrant really needing much. And this liquid foundation does the job for me. Alright. Now next what I need to kind of set it. Now that liquid foundation, it is completely dry. Like, it's not clammy like a lot of liquid foundations tend to be. But I like to have a little bit of a powder finish. Oops, way too much. All over my thumb. So I use our, I'm just going to rub this in the lid because I got like way too much on my brush. So this is our mineral concealer. And the reason I use concealer is only because I like the loose powder to finish up my face. And we don't have a loose powder foundation. So that's the only reason I use the concealer. This is our powder puff brush, and I just kind of brush it around, kind of make sure it's all blended into my neck and my ears, right into my hairline. I don't want to look like I'm wearing a mask, and that's kind of all I use that for. So now this is a really good trick for anyone who, contouring can do a lot for your face in giving it some dimension and that sort of thing. Now, this I really like because if you don't really know what contouring is or know how to do it exactly, or you haven't quite perfected it, this is a really quick, easy way to contour your face. So we have our Beachfront bronzer, and this I think is the medium one. It's called Sunset. So our Beachfront bronzer has kind of two colors. So it's got this side is kind of has a little bit of a shimmer, and then the other side is slightly darker. And for that I also still use our powder puff brush. And then now with this, you don't want to put it directly on your face, or else you're going to have a whole lot of product all in one spot. So you want to kind of just brush from the side. So I will do around my forehead here for a bit of a sun-kissed look, just right around my hairline. And then along my cheekbones to give just a bit of a dimension to my face there. So not really extreme, just a little bit. You maybe can't even tell. Just gives a bit of shape to my cheeks. So that is that. Now, next, eyes. So we have our addiction palettes. We have 5 of them. This is palette 3. It's got some really nice purpley colors and it's got some shimmers and some mattes. And then it's got a really nice matte black. So they look like that. I also have, I will show you, palette number 4. So number 1 has a lot of like neutral colors, a few shimmers. Number 2, I forget. Number 3 I just showed you. This is number 4. It's got like some golds and some blues and a bit of shimmer in there. Number 5 is my next one on my wish list, which has some gorgeous pinks and like bright pinks and purples, and yeah. So I'm using palette 3. So now what I'm using is, this is our angled shadow brush. So on one side we've got this angled bristle brush, and then on the other side we've got a sponge shadow brush. So to start, I'm going to go in with Smitten. It's this color here. And it's a really nice, real nice shimmer to it. So I'm going to take that over my lid. And then up into my crease. One thing that's really going to help your eyes look the best is if you figure out what kind of eye you have. Now, I have what is called a hooded eye. So, a hooded eye is basically when your eyes are open, whatever's in the crease you can't see. So a non-hooded eye would be, all the colors that are here, you can see whether your eye is open or closed. You can see everything. So that's going to change how you apply your makeup, because you want to pull, if you have a hooded eye, you want to pull a bit more color up so you can actually see it. And so if you have too thin of a line in your crease there of color, you're not going to be able to see it once you open your eyes. Making sure we're all even in here. Alright, so on to my next color. Now I'm going to take our deluxe brush, which mostly I use this for blending. And I'm going to use this tickled color here on the end. It's a nice matte kind of rose color, and I'm just going to put that in the crease of my eye. Bit of a dimension there, a bit more in there, and make sure my eyes are even. I think that's my biggest struggle sometimes, is making sure they match. Alright, so next I'm going to go in, now this is our crease brush. Great for your crease. So I'm going to go in with this Cheeky. So I am Smitten, Tickled, and Cheeky. So Cheeky is this gorgeous one on the end here. It's a nice shimmer, which is right up my alley. Anyone who knows me, I am like gaga for glitter. Anything glittery or sparkly, I'm all for that. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go just on the side. I'm gonna go into my crease, only halfway, and then I'm gonna bring it over onto my lid, again only halfway. So you're doing kind of an angle. So from the lid over and back. Switch hands here. I need to use an actual mirror. I love this look. I did this, I kind of came up with this just the other night when I went out on Friday, and I had so many compliments, and I think this is my new go-to. Okay, now it looks, now we're going to blend that, so it's not going to look so much just like a rainbow. But I'm going to take some of that Smitten color again, and I'm just going to go under my brow for a bit of a highlight. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with this Deluxe brush once I wipe it off a bit. So this Deluxe brush, this one I mostly use for my blending. So I'm just going to just blend that kind of up onto my lid. And again, because I don't want all that color just in my crease, because I have a hooded eye. So I want it to show and be able to look the best. And then same on the other one. Just kind of blend it all out. I totally poked myself in the eye. Let's not do that again. Okay, now because we've kind of blended that out, I want, because I love that shimmer, I want some more shimmer on my lids here. Only kind of this half, because I don't want to undo all that I've done. Just I gotta look in the mirror. Alright, so we're done with that. So now we're gonna add some eyeliner. Where's my mirror? So I'm using, this is our black liner. It is called Perfect. I love black eyeliner, and our eyeliner is amazing. So it is like extremely waterproof. Even with our wonderful Shine Gloss, I remove my makeup at the end of the night, I'll probably still have some eyeliner just because it lasts so long. Like this stuff is incredible. Like, let me show you on my wrist. So here, it does not come off. So I'm gonna add some eyeliner just to my bottom lids. And then I'm actually gonna go up from the side under my, kind of where my lashes are. And then I'm gonna bring it across. And then switch eyes. Now, if you can't draw a perfectly straight line, it does take practice, especially if you're just kind of starting out in makeup, or if you're someone who hasn't worn a lot of eyeliner. I didn't wear eyeliner for years because I couldn't do it. So a really good trick is not to try and draw a straight line, but just little tiny strokes until you get across. Eyeliner is wonderful, and it's not something that you need to be afraid of. And I mean, the truth of the matter is, you're going to poke yourself in the eye. One day, it will happen. No matter what. It doesn't matter how good you are at makeup or whatever, eventually you'll poke yourself in the eye. So as long as, once you accept that, it's all good. Alright, so, done with that. So now we need our wonderful mascara. So, 3D Fiber Lash. Amazing. So, what you do, I'm gonna open both so they're ready. Okay, so you have, for anyone who doesn't know how to use this stuff, you have two tubes. So, taller one is the gel, and the shorter one is the fibers. So, you go in, and you completely cover your lashes with the gel, and then you go in and you add the fibers, and they stick to the gel while it's still wet. And then you go back in with your gel and you seal in those fibers. Now, if you want like a lot of like vavoom from these, like one coat seriously is good enough. But if you want more than that, they're totally buildable. So you can go and, so once you've done this one, you can just repeat the whole process. So I have really short eyelashes, and those look incredible. Like, this stuff is amazing. Seriously, has changed my life. So now I'm just going to do the other eye. You can do these on your bottom lashes, obviously, but you don't need to. I don't. I don't like to put mascara on my bottom lashes. I never have. Now, one thing you gotta remember with mascara of any kind, doesn't matter what you're using, you don't want to pump your mascara. So you don't want to bump, and it's a habit we've probably all gotten into, but what that does is it actually forces air into your mascara bottle, and it causes your mascara to dry out faster. And when you're buying super high quality mascara like ours, you don't want to do that. You want to make it last as long as possible. Alright, so the only thing we have left to do is lips. So tonight I'm going to wear lip gloss. I love this color. This is called Luscious, and it's a gorgeous orangey red color. And there you have it. So that is my face. So if anyone has any questions about any products used tonight, just comment below or send me a message or whatever. Yeah, so that's it for me tonight, and have a wonderful evening.